Bum 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 bashers, bashers. Hey everybody! It is 5 o'clock on Thursday. How's everybody doing tonight? I got no sleep last night. I had an early morning appointment for Laverne, just for a checkup because she has to have her liver values blood taken for her bilirubin. And if you don't know what that is, it's like when your liver does stuff. You check your bilirubin values. Hers were slightly elevated last time she was at the animal medical center, and so we're just checking up on that. But then 3 o'clock in the morning, she had one of her vomity things, and that kept me up all night. And so I was a mess, but I slept, got home at, it was at 8 o'clock in the morning, got home at 9, fell asleep by 10, and I woke up at 2 o'clock because I was so tired. And Paul's had a really wicked cold, and I hope I didn't catch it because I had a cold a couple of weeks ago, and it was like, ugh, this kind of weather just makes me mad. Makes me mad. I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. Anyway, she's been sleeping because they gave her Serenia, which is this stuff to make your stomach feel better. I know she's a little dopey, and that makes me sad. But she just woke up, and I just gave her some food, and I put her little heater on, so hopefully she'll go on the couch and just chill. How's everybody doing? 30 in the room tonight. A couple of people starting out. We've got Time Flies. Hi, folks. Please upvote for Dirk. Please upvote. Upvote just takes, that's the thumbs up. That's the like. I mean, we used to call it like when we were all Facebookers back in the day. Yeah, so that would be great. Andrew Volkovich says he's going to be working till 5:30. He'll probably miss the whole show. Well, we'll still talk about you. Good evening, everyone. Upvote. Thanks for the upvotes. Hey, and a super chat. Oh, look at that. Great, guys. I'm a little slow on the draw with last night. I was a little slow on the super chats, getting to them. I know I got to them all, but still, and I hope I didn't offend anybody by not getting to it right away. I've streamlined the way I operate here, and now I have a better way of getting to them quicker. And I know that I go on and on and on and on. Andrew Volkovich, that's for you, buddy. Thank you so much. Canadian $2. I know I take a little while to get to stuff, and as you all know, I take a million left turns talking about stuff. Roar of the Tiger, upvote. Roar of the Tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. And Melly C says, good evening, Dirk. Good evening, Melly C. It's good to see you here. Easy E. Sorry to hear it. Hope Laverne recovers well. Me too. You know, she's 14 and she's always had a fucked up stomach, and it just destroys my soul. And I was so groggy last night, and I was impatient, and not to her, but I was just, because I can't, there's no way to figure it out. She's got IDB, and that's just something that cats can get, and I have her on the special food. But I was giving her a little bit of fancy feast to put her stomach medicine in, which is not stomach medicine. It's just like a, like Miralax, makes her feel better, because she can taste it in her bland food, and her bland food is just beef. She's on a novel protein. So for all you animal lovers out there, it's a process, or a process, as they say in Europe and Canada, right? The awesome Powan. It's like almost like Padawan. Hi, Dirk. Hey, awesome Powan. How are you? And it's incredible Jim Lassick. Good evening, all. James Bastion's here. Easy. We saw that already. No, Facebook. I still have Facebook, but the reason why I just don't talk about Facebook anymore, or go on there, it's because it's for like old farts to talk about politics, and how it's so get off my lawn. I will go on there to wish people happy birthdays. I will go on there to just see what's in the news, and that kind of stuff. Other than that, I have no time for it. I remember how important it was to us all back in the day. Remember that? It was so important to us. It was absolutely ridiculous. And now it's like, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit about Facebook? I don't think anybody does. Anybody should, So yeah, I don't give a shit. Who else is in here? Jim Lassick, did the pictures come through? Yeah, they did. I got them all. Just looked through them. My day was kind of crap, so I was getting stuff together as I went. Chili Badger, my favorite watch from my collection is my Milgauss Black Dial. Well, hello, me too. Me too. And for all of our Anchar fans, I dug out the Anchar, Paul's Anchar, and I've got pictures to show you. And here's the amazing thing about it. It was bought by his Zio Evo, his uncle, in 1965, the year he was born, and they bought it in a jewelry store, Gioleria, in Fano, Italy, and they brought it to America for him. And it's like new old stock. He wore it like maybe a couple times. It still has all the stickers on it. And I'll show you guys those pictures. It's pretty incredible. We got Rufus. Rufus is here as well. Evening, Dirk, and all. Yeah, hey. Thanks everybody about that. Vasilios, good to see you too, my friend. Rufus, I hate it, but unfortunately I have too many pictures on Facebook. You know, I said why. You know, there's a thing you could do. There is a thing that you could do to get all your pictures off. That is a doable thing. So don't you worry about a thing. You can there's an app for you to get the pictures off of Facebook. I don't know how to do it, but I've seen it. So it's a doable thing. I'm just booting up some pictures from Mr. Kelly. And I've got everybody's, I think. Let me see if I can get this up high. Nice and high. Okay, so let's do a little sharesies. Share screen. Window. Look at that. These are some shots. You can see my emails over there. Maybe I should get rid of that, right? Let's make that nice and small. So let me do that so I don't dox the living shit out of myself. And also, I want to tell you guys something. My dear friend JS, who you all have met on this channel, he is in hospital right now because he wasn't feeling well for the last 2 weeks. So he wasn't feeling he like a flu, like some kind of flu or something. And nobody was exactly sure what it was. So what happened was he started coughing up blood. And now he's in the hospital. And they're doing all these kind of cardiac tests for him because they don't know exactly what happened. So everybody, if you could say a little prayer for Jay, I would appreciate that immensely because he's one of my favorite people in the entire world. And he's a great guy. He's one of the most beautiful, sweetest souls in the whole wide world. And he's got 2 very, very small children. He's got an older son named Kyle, who's a genius, and I love him. But him and his wife, Elizabeth, they just recently moved to Chicago, to the Chicago area. So they had a big move. They've had a lot of stress, and I just hope it's nothing really, really, really crazy. Let's pray that it's not. And let's start out with our dear friend, Mr. Kelly. Let's share this. Look at this beauty. Oh my God. Omega Speedmaster Professional. I like his art shots too, right? Aren't those beautiful? Those are absolutely beautiful. Look at that. He's got a bunch. Look at this. Look at this action. Look at that Hesselite crystal. Is it the sexiest thing that has ever been put on a watch, the Hesselite crystal? I think that it is. I mean, because I'm a Speedmaster junkie. Look at that. Man. One of the most comfortable bracelets that anyone will ever put on their wrist. It is just spectacular. It's the man on the moon. The man on the moon. Look at this shot. Can you believe that? Oh, my God. What did you shoot that with? Because that is beautiful. That is like, I think Asheen would even praise you for this beautiful photography. It's wonderful. Got some dust on that Hesselite, kiddo. Not being picky, not being a dick. Look at that. And the wrist shot looks great on the wrist. Look at that. Now that watch fits this gentleman absolutely exquisitely. This is a man that knows how to wear a 42 millimeter watch. He's got the right wrist, perfect wrist presence, absolutely stunning. You know, I might have said this before. You might have heard it out of my own mouth, but I personally believe that the Speedmaster is the perfect watch. Manual wind, the most legible dial in the history of legible dials. Went to the moon, saved a bunch of astronauts' lives. The history, the history, the mystery, the myth, the legend. It's one of the most beautiful things ever. It's my favorite watch of all time in every iteration. I love them all. Of course, I love the CK2915 and the 60th anniversary with the broad arrow hands. But this is just, there's a reason why this watch has remained the same with very, very, very little couple, 361, 861, 1861, 3861. Does it bother everybody when people say 321? And it's weird because when I see guys say it, it just drives me crazy because it's a 3-2-1 movement. And I've always said that. And yes, I haven't been around since that movement is, but when people go, the 861, I always say 861. Absolutely beautiful, man. What a shot. Look at your puppy. Oh, man. And look at that. Look at this little macro shot you got going on there. Absolutely cool. Absolutely cool. Beautiful shots, man. I'm just going to close the screen for a moment because I don't want to dox myself, because that can happen, because you can see all my email addresses and all the stuff I do. Then I've got one from Easy E. Let's present this. Window. Bum, 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 down, down, ba-da, boom, boom, down, 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 woo, down, out, do, 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 dun, 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 down, wow, down, 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 down. Does anybody know what song that is? I'm sure you'll do. Look at this gent with his sub, looking great. Look at that. Oh, this is his whole collection. Look at this. He's got his Hamilton. Look at that. His khaki automatic. And oh man, look at that. Vulcan Cricket. Oh man, I'm loving that with the small seconds. What a pretty collection you got going on. Ooh, you got the new Speedy automatic with the overline dials and the beautiful royal blue accents. I love that watch. And look at him with the pistachio dial. That is my favorite Breitling. And you have it, sir, because you're a man of taste and style. And he also mentions that the root beer is tucked away. But we all know that that's what you have. We all know it. And hair game looks sharp tonight. Dang, I need a haircut so bad, bro. This is me greasing it back. Haven't had a minute. I'm going to get a G.I. Jane. I'm going to get a crew cut because I want to get rid of it all. I had that crazy waist long hair for the last couple of years for nothing, for no reason whatsoever, but I had it, which was really stupid. But JT Harry got War Pigs. There you go, my friend. There you go. War Pigs is absolutely correct. Those are beautiful, man. Let's go to Mr. Lassick. What do we got going on here? Ooh, man, yeah. At one time, this was the most unloved of the Milgauss, and now everyone wants it. This, and man, you have a very masculine arm. Look at that. That's a man's watch on a man's arm. That looks pretty damn great. I love the orange indices. I'm assuming, hey, can we have that? Loom chat? I don't know if we got 73 in the room. So the Loom configure, I know that this is new old stock, courtesy of the channel and all you beautiful motherfuckers in the world that just made me so incredibly happy and humble and all that stuff. I know that they changed the Loom configuration as they went around. It was all green, then it was green blue, and then it was blue green, and now it's all blue. My configuration is all blue. All the indices are blue, and the hands are blue with the Loom, but my 3, 6, 9 are green when I loom them up. And I looked around and I haven't seen that config at all. At all, at all, at all. So that is this all blue? Give me a kick in there and let me know. Carolyn Martin says she will say prayer for Jay. Man, he's the greatest guy in the whole wide world. The sweetest guy with 2 very, very small kids. And last year, the second they moved to Chicago, and I can tell you this because he's got a YouTube channel, he's got a Insta that he tells everybody everything. Like he even told people what room he was in last night. It's like, don't do that. You just doxed yourself. Crazy person. His kid got knocked off a horse and then the horse kicked him. So his son, his beautiful son Sagan, had to have brain surgery. He's fine. He's okay. Everything's good, great. But my God, the luck that they've had since they got there, that is really not cool. But thank you, Carolyn Martin, for that. Let's see what else we got. Who else sent us a... Okay, then we got Nathaniel Hannon. Thank you for that, Carolyn Martin. You're a beautiful, beautiful soul. You restore my faith in humanity, my dear. Look at this thing. Oh, so... Speaking of Skydrive, anybody watch Chappelle's new special? It was okay. I mean, I love him. He's a genius. He was wearing a blue dial Sky Dweller in his latest. Man, I don't think anything looks more sparkly, blingy, beautiful than Sky Dwellers on the wrist. It's just such a crazy. But he's got this on a Jubilee, huh? He did not. He had it on polished center links last night. And it was really hard to get a shot of him because the guy flails away so much. He's constantly moving. But I don't know what iteration it was, but it was absolutely beautiful. Sky Dweller. What an absolute kick-ass watch. I mean, that's a crown jewel, right? I don't know. Looks great. Who else we got? James Bastian. Look at him. Look at you. Look at your beautiful deep set eyes, mister. Look at the Mark II. Ooh, look at that. Man, that's another watch that kind of went by the wayside. People didn't love it until they loved it, and now they love it. It's like the Millie. People just woke up to this beautiful, beautiful watch with your hairy paws. Man's watch on a man's wrist. There you go. One picture from you. That's great. Let me see if I can expedite this a little bit. Is that everybody from last night? Looking through my emails. Did everybody send it? Everybody send it? Okay. If I missed one, let me know. My best follow-up. That's just a personal note. If anybody sent me a picture and I don't see it here, say it in the chats and we'll talk about it. I don't want to leave you out. I want everybody. I said, send me a wrist shot, and I meant it. So I'm going to show you some pictures that are just absolutely unbelievable. Okay, so you ready, kids? So we were talking Anchar last night. Beautiful Swiss brand. I don't know what the state of Anchar is right now, but I believe they were purchased. I don't know if they're Swiss anymore. If you guys know that. Oh, the beautiful Cheslina. You were the one that really hurt me last night because I took so long to get to your super chat. And I so profusely apologize because I didn't realize that there's because I'm always going back and looking at people's chats to see if I missed anything fantastic. And I really appreciate it so very much. So kind of you, Cheslina. Thoughts for him and his son. I know they're beautiful. We have the most beautiful people in the iBashers world. In the Bashiverse. I mean, you guys have been just spectacular people, and I can't thank you enough. So I'm going to share this. So ready? This is going to knock your socks off. Ready? Bang. I took these pictures about 20 minutes ago. Not the best lighting or anything. I'll do some real shots with a real camera. But check this out. This was bought by Paul Zio Evo, his uncle Evo. And it was bought in 1965, like a month or two before he was born. He was born in June 23rd. That's doxing, right? I shouldn't have told you that, but June 23rd. Anyway, so that's the story. It was bought in Argentina Selvelli in Fano. That's his family's hometown, which is a beautiful coastal town, Roman city built in the year 9 on the Adriatic coast. It's my favorite, one of my favorite places in the world. I can't say that because Venice is my favorite place. Venice is my, I go there and I just feel like you left Tatooine, and you're in the most, you've seen the big city, you've seen civilization, you've seen art, you've seen culture. But Fano is probably the place where I'll drop dead. Hopefully, if everything goes well. So this watch, I can't find I have the serial number, and I'll give it to y'all. Why not? Because who gives a shit? It'll be, if you could look it up, if somebody knows how to look up Anchar. So here's the original box with the original sticker, and you can see the discoloration of where that sticker was stuck to that. So it was bought in the Gioletteria in Fano. Gioloria, sorry, Gioloria. I always want to say Gioletteria. And he's got it in the box. He's got this box and in another box, and it's practically unworn. And here's the other thing. He's got the stickers on the back case, and there's a sticker over the crystal. So that's why the dial looks a little funny, because there's a plastic wrapper on the top. He never took it off. Isn't that absolutely crazy? Absolutely crazy. What a thing. What a thing of beauty. And here's the back. That's the back. Look at this beautiful thing. Now it's called the Anchar Ocean Pearl. That's the model, but I don't know the actual. I went online and I searched everywhere to find out exactly what the movement was, the date of production. But it's Anchar, not easy to find. Not easy to find at all. Now, it looks to be a gold watch, but I'm assuming it's not. I'm assuming it's either gold, electroplated, or, I mean, I don't know how Anchar did their thing back in their day, but it is beautiful. And I did a little rub test and nothing came off and nothing turned green, but it is absolutely beautiful. And this dial, man, I wish you could see it in the flesh. That is the plastic. It is pristine. And I thought it had a roulette dial. It doesn't. The date window is square, which is, most of them aren't. There, this very strange kind of ovaline shape. Most of the models that are similar to this, it has a chemin de fer kind of sort of in the back and around the seconds track, like a pseudo chemin de fer. It is loomed, and it does loom a little bit. I tested it with my trusty little UV light. I did. And so Anchar folks, get on the chat. We had a bunch of you in here yesterday. Look at this. Boston Collector. Welcome. I saw you here yesterday, and I was so amazed because, I see you in, you're kind of famous to me. I'm a fan. Just got to say, I'm a big fan. You have a great collection, and, we're just talking about it after. I was like, Boston Collector was on the show last night. Oh, my God. It's funny how we all get a little starstruck when we see people who we really like and we think really know the deal. But here's let me get this closer up. Look at this thing. So it's the Anchar Ocean Pearl. It's waterproof, anti-magnetic, 1965, kids. So what does that mean? Is there a Faraday cage in here? Because there was no parachrome hairsprings back then. And here's the serial. You guys can look it up. If anybody knows anything about Anchar whatsoever, it's 140-09.96. That is the serial number of this watch. Stainless steel back. It's Inca block, which is some kind of term that they use, and I've never heard that term before. But look at this, because we all love Saturn and Delfino. Look at that. It's so cool. And once again, the reason why this looks like the photography looks shitty is because this is covered by a clear sticker. It's stickered. This crazy brand from way back in the day that is defunct and apparently reborn. And it's got stickers on it. And then I went online to find original leather bands. If anybody can tell what gold does or what gold looks like, if that looks like it's gold, I don't know. And it's a very rough kind of looking leather strap. And while I was at it, I photographed me and Paul's dad got him this. This is a 1949 Omega automatic Speedmaster calendar. We got him this about 7 years ago, maybe, for Christmas. His dad's a big Omega collector, Mega, as he loves to say, because he's a James Bond fan. Sorry about the lighting; it's so shit. There's like one of Laverne's hairs. This watch is really cool because, I mean, applied indices. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Look at that long S on Seamaster. Man, is that just amazing. Look at the calendar. This is another odd one. I do have the model of the number of this, but I only because I opened it up and I don't have pictures of the back of the case right now, and I don't remember the exact model, but we figured out it was January 1949 it was made. I thought it was a 53 for the longest time. And of course, the most popular one that everybody knows is the DeVille version, because these kind of became the DeVilles, and Don Draper wore that in Mad Men. I think season 5 on, he closed the show with that. And yeah, that's this watch. So pretty, right? I love this watch. He loves to wear it. These are small watches. This is a 34 millimeter watch. The Anchar is like 28. I haven't measured it. I need to measure that. But it's absolutely crazy. Hit the Apex alligator. Not my idea, because I don't wear leather and stuff. But I don't. I'm not a vegan and I'm not a dick, so I don't make. If you come and walk around me in a Lynx coat, then I'll think you're a douche. But I don't know what you're gonna do about leather and alligator and stuff. And alligators are dicks anyway, right? So that was Paul's dad's idea. It's obviously not the original strap. We don't know where that was. This was found in a jewelry store on Long Island, in Manhasset, and it was like $900. It was well worth the price of admission. It really was. Look at this thing. That it wasn't a controlled environment, so therefore I didn't take the greatest pictures in the whole wide world. So who else we got here? Okay. Bala says Inca Block, I believe, is shock protection, early technology, but quite efficient and still used to this day. Hey, Bala, thanks so much. I had no idea. Hit the Apex says that's Super Omega, but maybe Omega had inspiration from it. I don't know. Maybe. Did they? I don't know. Oh, Jim Lassick said he sent the Milgauss loom shot. One moment, please. Let me go find that. Okay. I love this. Oh, great. Look at that. Let's get you back up here. I have 2 screens, so. Oh shit. Is that all blue? Because that's what it looks like from here. Let me show the kids. Boom, boom. Let's get that down. Yeah, obviously the outer track is the reflection on the rehaut. Is that all green or is that all blue? All green or all blue? It looks like it's all blue to me, so it looks like it's all. But it can't be chromalite, right? This is the white dial was pre. When did they discontinue the white dial? 2012 or 14? I should know that, right? Because that's usually the way my brain works. It's either 2012 or 2014. Because 2014 is when the Z Blue came out and just swallowed everybody up. That is really cool. Alan Gilbert, look at that. No Time to Die. It's funny. It's like before that movie came out and before they announced the title, Jimmy Bakke, my guitar player, we were writing our new record and he came up with a song called No Time to Die. This is 2 years before. And we recorded it. And the funny thing is, it didn't go on the record because I just felt it didn't sound like my band. It sounds like he wrote a Judas Priest song. And I sang it like I was Rob Halford as a joke. I sent it back to him because I'm a pretty good impersonator. Look at this beautiful watch. Yeah, this is just on the Milanese. Absolutely gorgeous. What a shot. What a shot. I got the email up. If you guys want to send me your shots, dirkkennedy@icloud.com. And we'll feature them in the show tonight. Well worth it. Because everybody can see what's on the wrist. I didn't miss anybody, right? I don't want to miss anybody's pictures. Yeah, so Dirk Kennedy at iCloud.com. Send a comment, send a chat, send a super chat, send a picture. Get a ding, get a ring-a-ding-dingy. Hinkelblock. Oh, we got that right. James Bastian says, I think that's a model number, not a serial number. It's not, because I looked it up and it said the serial number is on the bottom of the back case. And I looked at all the other in cars, and they were all there, and they were all different. So I looked at the date. Now he got it. It was given to his parents when he was born. So Oh my God, Cheslina, you're a crazy person. Look at that. Oh my God. Maybe have a look at Pesaro too as a possible relocation spot. I've been there many times. It's similar to Fano, but easier to get to the airport from Ancona. Well, actually, it's north of Fano, Pesaro, where Luciano Pavarotti lived. Actually, Fano's a little bit closer to Ancona, because Ancona, Fano, Pesaro, Miramare, Rimini. As you go up, and it becomes you leave the Marche after Pesaro, and you wind up in Emilia Romagna. Yeah, Pesaro. Well, I wouldn't poo-poo any of that stuff. It's just that Fano is where his family is, and they're cool, and it's just so not touristy, though it's got great infrastructure. It's got amazing restaurants, and the beautiful the beach. It's Sassone. It's not non sabbia. It's a pebbly beach. So it's how would you say that? You'd say I guess it's all pebbles. Like north of the Lido part of Fano, it turns to sabbia, to sand. But it's mostly the whole beach in there's like these little tiny sassolini, the little pebbles. But it's nice. You ever lay on those? It's kind of ergonomic, and it feels like it fixes your back. Yeah, it's funny. Oddly enough, Cheslina is I have never flown into Ancona. We always fly into either Rome or Milan or Bergamo or whatever, and then either grab a car and take a drive, or earlier in our lives we took the train, and the trains are so easy. Back in the day when Paul would like go do endless family functions, I would just say, I'm going to go buy a train ticket. And I went to Pesaro and Miramare and Rimini. And we stayed in, last time we were there, we were in Fano, and we decided to check out Rimini. Rimini is kind of like a white, trashy Virginia Beach, kind of seaside town. It's really not great. There's one part of it that feels like Monaco, where it's glitzy and glamorous. Not classy like Monaco, but it's gambling, and there's a casino, and there's all this stuff there. And the rest of it is just bleh. I mean, I thought it was fun because we were with friends, with Dana and Emmett and the kids, and it was funny. Oisin didn't come because he was working on stuff for the channel. We were in Venice. We drove down to Fano, and we rented a van that we broke the back door. Can I just say that we broke it? We broke the back door. We could not open it was like a big, like a 3-bench van. Could not open the back. I don't know if we got in trouble for that, but we definitely broke it. And we got a ticket too. And we took that thing to Lake Garda. It was fantastic. We went to Sierra. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Great watch, man. Absolutely beautiful. Thanks for sending that. Cheslina, you are a legend. Thank you so much. Ray says, again, last time, I promise. Did you send me another one? You did, probably, right? Again, last time, I promise. I don't know what you mean, Ray. I'm trying to. Let me see what you said over there, Ray. Dirk. Where do I send the photos to? Oh, okay. Dirk Kennedy at iCloud.com. You sent me, Ray. Didn't you? Did you not send me pictures? Dirk Kennedy at iCloud.com. I will feature it on the show. Send it. Oh, White Dial, Jim Lastic. White Dial was discontinued in 2016. Okay. Man, everybody wants that watch now. That's the one now. That's the absolute one now. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Ta-da! Brian Bile. Off topic, but kudos for recognizing an all-time sleeper film. A few episodes, State of Grace. Oh man, listen, man, I knew Westies, and people afraid of the mafia. They were the most vicious, nastiest set of fuckers in New York City. West Side, Hell's Kitchen. You just didn't step out of line. And, I wish it was still in effect because everyone's out of line now. Everybody's doing their own shit and fucking up everything. It's a shithole over there. Last time Dana was in town, her company puts her in they put her in Times Square. So I've wound up over on the West Side more than I have in years. And heroin, people, naked. There's her vagina. I just saw her vagina. It's crazy. Walking down the street, vagina. Dirty, hiney. I've seen it all. Absolutely grotesque. And when the Westies were in town, man, none of that shit. The place you could eat off the floor, and there was a bar on every corner. And if your last name was Kennedy, you were in good stead. Danny Gutierrez, $2 American. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Cheslida, Rimini is where my parents had their honeymoon. No accounting for days. Listen, I don't know when your parents got married. I don't know how old you are, but Rimini is storied. It's a storied place. That one 6-block section of it, because I lost my sunglasses. I left them in Fano, and we had left. So I took a bicycle from the hotel we were staying in. We were staying at this shabby beach hotel. I mean, it was kind of gross, but it was funny. Our room was actually kind of nice. We got the good end of the stick. I will say that, because I think that the woman that ran the place loved the gays, because the gays love Rimini. So she's like, "Oh, American, are you a couple?" Blah, blah, blah. And she gave us this top room with this giant terrace, and it was fine. It felt like an IKEA room. It was not luxe in any way, shape, or form. And but then I saw my niece Shay and the kids and Dana and Emmett's room, and it looked like something in a submarine, like a bunk in a submarine. It was dingy and dark and had porthole windows and bunk beds. It was creepy. But Rimini has a couple of fancier hotels, gambling, restaurants, and it's like 6 blocks, and it's storied, and it's where all the Euro queens go. It's where all the Euro queens go for the beach and wear the thong, the banana hammock for the beach. And I don't know what the sand is like. Did I go on the beach there? I did. It's sand. It was sand, right? Yeah. Del Boy says I like Rimini, but yeah, the Riviera. It ain't. It's like in America. It's like Virginia Beach. It's just crapola, I got some more wrist shots coming on in. Let's share the screen, peoples. People who need peoples. Oh my God, Anchar Pearl info. I'm going to read that later. It's Brian Doherty. Oh, look at this. Oh man, Shevitz, you legend, you man of the world. Okay, we saw this watch. This is really cool. And there's another one that's even cooler, and I'll show you in a second. That's really cool, right? It's a reference number. This is a similar model with a nice write-up. Okay, so I'll look into that. All right, so yeah, I don't know enough about it. In a month I'll know everything about Anchar, because that's just the way my brain works. So just watch me now. Thank you for that. And then we got Danny Heron says, since you mentioned Venice earlier. Ooh, child, look at that Seiko. That is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. You're right. You're right at the Ducale over there, right? Oh, actually, wait a second. Are you at the? Okay, so there's the Salute, Madonna della Salute. That's. You all know it's Sheen's neighborhood, so I'm not doxing him in any way. He lives in that area on Dorso Duro. And then you have this watch, and you are okay. There's the poles. I'm assuming you are at. Are you in front of the? I mean, that's either the Ducale, or you're right at the where they get to all the gondolas for Piazza San Marco, or you could be. It's too far back to be the Gritty Palace. Yeah. So then we got Carolyn Martin on the channel. Let's blow this up. Oh, that went to my other screen, so let's not do that. Okay, so that's done. Let's get this going. Carolyn, how do I blow this up, Carolyn Martin? Let me blow it up. I'll move it to the other screen, is what I'll do. A small picture. Blow it up, blow it up, blow it up, blow it up. Okay. I had to pull it off the email because it was tiny. It was tiny. So I'm gonna do my window. There it is. Yeah, this monster motherfucker has like the fattest loom going ever in the history of Omega. What an absolute beautiful, beautiful piece. I love it. I love it. God, I just love the Omegas, man. They're just like my favorite thing ever. I just think I love the brand. I love the history. I love all of that stuff. Beautiful. One of many, because her collection is vast and curated. She's like a watch lady. She's got and they're all pieces that she absolutely loves. That's what I love most. There's no crap, you know. Ooh, look at this. John Puleo. Ooh, there's his Tudor. Look at this monster. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely crazy? I love that seconds hand. That is pretty great. Look at that. Monster. Brian Doherty. Uh-oh. Now he's showing off. He's got his Paul Newman over here. Look at that bastard. Then a reverse. Look at that. Look at that reverse panda. Or is that panda? I never really know. Panda's white with black or black on a reverse panda. Look at them. I love this old style oyster bracelet too. Absolutely. What wonderful pieces these are. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, dollars for donuts, my friend. I would go white dial. That's a Paul Newman, and that is absolutely crazy. Ian Goulden. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Look at you go. I love the angle shots. Amazing. Super case. Look at the chunky super case on that. Amazing. From Rufus, Omega Speedmaster Professional. And this is what I was talking about yesterday. About the millions of iterations. The millions of iterations of watches that Omega makes that are like they are not moon watches. They are just Speedmasters with a twist. And they make so many different ones, which is really amazing. Daniel Gutierrez, $5 US. When was the last time you were with Ush in person? And what did you guys do? I'll tell you in a second. Here's another one from Rufus before we go. That's hilarious. Your son looks like Zac Efron. Is that your son, I'm assuming? Yeah. Look at that. Oh, you wear a little loosey-goosey on there, do you? Do you? Rufus. Rufus. So, the last time I was in Venice, the last time was last week of July 2021. We were there for 10 days, went down to Fano. What did we do? What didn't we do? We drank and we ate and we ate and we drank and we drank and we ate and we had spritzes and we went to great restaurants and we drove down to Fano and yeah, we did a lot of stuff. Usually we stop, we go through Bergamo or we go through Milano and we drive down to Paul's cousin's farm. He's got a Fattoria di Latte. He's got a farm that produces Grana Padano cheese. He's got all the cows. We didn't do that on this trip, but they came to Fano because it was summertime, and they came, and they're Fanese. They're people of Fano, are Fanese. So they came, and so we saw them, and it was wonderful, wonderful. And I think I mentioned this on a prior stream. Paul took his entire family out as a big celebration, and in a autoturismo. Is that what it's called? I'm getting that wrong. It's the place where you go and it's like farm to table restaurants and a hotel. And there was like 30 people there, and the bill was like $1,000 US. And it was endless supplies of wine, food, the best food you've ever had. All kinds of pastas, all kinds of meats, all kinds of salads, all kinds of everything. Homemade pastries, cakes, agriturismo. Sorry. I don't know where my brain is. It was absolutely incredible. And it was like $986 US for 30 people. What the hell is wrong with us? Thank you, Daniel Gutierrez. That's what we did. We did everything. We ate and we drank. We ate and we drank. We ate and we drank. And we sat in the piazza and we did all that stuff. And it was absolutely fantastic. Oh, we did that already. Sorry, I got there. Bashers. Yeah. We need to do, Daniel Gutierrez says, you need to do a walk through the city live stream. Like Manhattan? Never done one of those. I don't know if I know how to do it. Should I do that? Say yay or say no. La Carre says, the sand is very fine. Sabbia è molto fino, right? Hit the Apex says, Eurovision Sound Queens. Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Back to the Anchar, as Tom Voss says, back in the day, Anchar was like a Rolex, if not better. It was high-end luxury watch. Unfortunately, it was a casualty of the quartz crisis. They're very sought-after watches now. Look at this. I have new old stock. Isn't that just crazy town? Isn't that just crazy town? And that, I mean, it's very, very small, though, and Paul's got a big hairy wrist, so it's not going to look, it's going to look tiny on him because it was for a boy. It was made for a boy. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that. So I would love to start collecting those. That might be my new thing. Just very well might be. Let's see. We got watches of an espionage box. Go back to this handsome bastard. Okay. Let us do it. Oh, look at this thingy. Oh, the espionage box. And now I know what he's talking about. Let's hide the current comments. Oh, look at that. Holy crap. Wow. Can I pop this up bigger? Woof. That's quite some stuff. Here's the watch that started it all. The GoldenEye. That is the one that started Oshin and everybody else that I know. Paul's dad. That's the one. You got the full Monty there. What a beautiful collection you got. Isn't that cool? What a cool box too, huh? That's super duper cool, man. Watches of espionage. Use your tools. That's very, very cool, man. Yeah, pop by your if you got some cool shots, I will feature them on the show because we love talking watches. I don't always talk about watches. Everybody, here's a funny thing about everybody in the internet is getting tons of hits because they're talking about the list. The list is not the list, the Rolex list, not the AD list. Not that. They are talking about the Jeffrey Epstein list and who's on it and who's not on it. And like I say, who gives a shit who's on it? Because it's just a list of known associates. It's not like people who were helping him traffic people. I think that those people have been outed and well known. I saw that Bruce Willis was on the list. You know why? This guy was a rich guy with a private island. If Jeffrey Epstein came up to me, if I knew him and met him at cocktail party, I said, "Hey, we're all going down to my private island this weekend. You want to join?" I'd be like, "Yes, please. Let me get on your citation or whatever, your Learjet." I would super be into it. And I would go, then I'd be on the list. That does not make you a pedo. But the sensationalism going on, everybody, and it's only a couple of people. Most of them are all politicos and business people that none of us have ever heard of. Bill Clinton being the biggest name of all. Shout out to Easy because you said it in the chats. But yeah, we all know he's a horny devil. And but is he a pedo? No, he likes heavy set Jewish girls. Very pretty ones, but she's heavy set. Does he like kids? I don't know. These girls were all, but that's the other thing, you know. And I'm so glad I don't have a horse in this race and that I've never been into twinks or any of that stuff. Never, no one will ever accuse me of being attracted to youth because I never liked it. I didn't like it when I was one. These, you know, you get these paint up these 16, 17-year-old girls and they look like they're, you know, they're sexualized, whether they want to do it or not. I mean, they just look old enough. I don't know. Did most of these people know how old they were? Did people lie to them? I don't know how any of that works, and I don't want to know. But I just know that regardless of that, whether or not he hung himself or Hillary Clinton killed him, I know there's that conspiracy theory. He's where he should be, period. And Ghislaine Maxwell is where she should be. She should be rotting in hell and forced to suck the devil's dick. But, you know, she will in time. And it will be well worth it, you know. Everybody's favorite. Here he is. Tobster McDonkey, leftist bankers and hedge fund guys associated with Democrats, funding them Clinton 30 times. I'm sure he just liked playing backgammon because only Democrats like young pussy. That's so funny. They're all dirty. They're the ones that are sucking the blood, right? And that special compound, right? Irish Pandemonium. Hello, Dirk. I love the way you totally idolize your beautiful pussycat Laverne. Very cool. My beloved pussycat, Kate Moss, died in December. I'm so sorry. He was 28 and lived like a king. Oh my God, she's 14. Please, baby Jesus in the world. There's a God. Can I have 28 years? 28 Irish Pandemonium. Wow. That's unbelievable. God bless, man. I'm so sorry to hear that, though. That's very recent. That's very recent. Cat Moss. That's hilarious. That goes to show you that 28 years ago, Kate Moss was a big star. Where's she now? She did all the blow. Kate Moss did all of the blow. The Apex says, all good. It's only one question. You single, she, he over 18. I guess so. Yeah, I guess that's all you have to do. We're talking about in terms of hooking up with people. You single? I mean, people don't care if people are single because, you know, they just don't care. You're an adult. You can do what you want. You want to cheat on your wife or cheat on your husband or whatever. I mean, you know, I always said, and, you know, this is going to sound French, but when I was young, I was a much more jealous person than I am now. I'm not jealous now. I mean, I just think if somebody has, if your partner, long-term partner, and I'm not, don't get any ideas here, has an opportunity to sleep with somebody incredibly hot and sexy, I think that should be okay. Because, you know, when you're with somebody for a really long time, nobody's getting it at home anymore. And, you know, it's nice to feel wanted. As long as you don't find out about it, and as long as there's no affairs, because that's dirty and that's hurtful. And, you know, I always say, not to be blunt, but, you know, kissing is way worse than fucking. It's way worse. Intimacy, once the intimacy gets into extracurricular activities, then it's bad. It should be mechanical and it should be primal and it should be quick and it should be over. And that's all I have to say, you know. Danny Gutierrez says, who needs a drink tomorrow, guys? Yeah, I'm sure you'll all be there. I'll be there afterwards at 6 p.m. Boston Collector at Dirk. I'd love to join you on the show to talk some vintage watches. I don't have a good outlet. Hey, man, do you want to do it next week? Hit me up, dirkkennedy@icloud.com, and we'll set that up. I've only ever had one guest, my dear friend Jay, who's battling some unknown heart thing. We don't know what it is yet. and I had a really good show with him, but it was so not had anything to do with watches. We were talking about spirituality and all this kind of stuff, which the beginning of the Dirk Wednesdays, I was doing that. Now, not so much. Not so much. So yeah, hit me up and we'll figure out a day. And then I'll just tell everybody Boston Collector's coming on the show. I'd love to talk about vintage watches. If I had my druthers, I'd have a Vintage Explorer, a CK2915, of course, or something close to it. Early 321 Speedmaster action. And I'd have like a lot of, and there's no reason why I can't do that. I can't do those things. Obviously, they're too expensive and I can't afford them. I would like to, and you can go into jewelry stores all over planet Earth and find really old Omegas, tons of them, tons of Seamasters, not Speedmasters, but Seamasters. They're beautiful. I feel like doing that. And if I could find Anchars, like Anchars, the thing now. I'm so fascinated by the brand. I think I would really, really, really like to start assembling a little Anchar thing. What about you, Boston Collector? Well, maybe we'll save that for the show, shouldn't we? And I love that idea. Please, let's do next week. I've watched Fashion Police on Monday, so you pick your poison. It could be Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday, because Wednesdays we do Classic Bashers with Asheen. He didn't do it this week because he's in edit hell. He's editing all of the content for the viewers. So yeah, Boston Collector, I'd love to do that, man. Absolutely. That would be great. Yeah. Anybody else got wrist shots? Yeah, I got one right now. Hold on. Oh, look at this. Okay. One moment, please. You can see all my junk mail that comes in. Oh, this is very cool. Oh, look at that. I'm looking on the big screen. That's why I keep losing the because I have a giant 30-inch screen on the other side of my desk. Even though this screen is 5K. Look at that. Wow. That was beautiful. Citizen, huh? Seiko. Oh, very cool. I love looking at people's little collections. And I love that. What are you on? You're on a mirrored desk because all the houses are upside down. Looks like Europe. From Daniel Gutierrez. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that beauty. Isn't that a beauty? Ah, you're a righty too, right? Yeah, right. That's right. You and I, Gemini, right? Look at that on the leather. Is that on leather or is that on a rubber strap? You can't see. It's dark. It's a dark shot there, mister. Since I'm blowing up the screen, I can move it over, right? Wow, that is a beautiful piece. I love it. I love the Speedies. Who doesn't love the Speedmasters? Yeah, so I think about that all the time. If I really wanted to build a collection, I mean, like I have a Milgauss, and I'd get one of the big one would be a vintage Speedy, and that's it. I mean, I love old Explorers, and I love old Pepsis, the faded ones that are almost purple, where the color's almost completely gone. I love those. But I would like to build a little collection with Anchar or old Seamasters. I think that'd be really great. What about you guys? So yeah, so that's about it for tonight. As it is 6 o'clock, it is on the hour. I want to thank everybody who sent in all their amazing shots. Everybody who sent the super chats, how kind of you, and I apologize. So we got Andrew, who started out with grab a coffee and stay away from the pop, because now I know that, because him and Nathaniel told me that my pancreas is secreting some hormone that tells my brain to hold on to fat. Thank you so much. And we had Easy E and Cheslina and Brian and Daniel Gutierrez. And look at this, Investment Janitor. This is a brand new one, just came in there. I agree with Boston Collector. Vintage is much more interesting than new watches. It totally is. History, Investment Janitor. I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for these super chats. It really helps out because I'm moving to Italy eventually, and I need to work remotely. so I don't have to tend bar or deal with nasty bosses that are evil. I agree 100%. Vintage, I see like vintage Explorers, and man, it just changes me. I just look at it and just drool. See an old Pepsi, you see an old Speedy, an old Seamaster, old Tudors. I mean, there's so many beautiful old watches that craftsmanship, and it was before everybody was hiring China to make everything, and it was so crap, absolute garbage, you know. And I'm not trying. I mean, we got to stop buying shit from China. You want to shut them down? Stop buying their shit. Right, Toaster McDonkey? Stop buying their shit. Apple says they're going to be making all of their products within the next, by 2030, it's going to be all made in California, made in America. Remember when America had pride? Remember when America was the height of manufacturing? Remember when America, we had a middle class? Remember that? I do. John Paleo, 1999. Thank you, US dollars. Ding, ding. Thank you so much for that. Always appreciate it with the super chats, you guys. As you know, we don't ask like some other channels, but it really helps out at the end of the day, and it's so appreciative. And I love the places you take me when you have questions attached to them. I love taking hard lefts and hard rights. I love seeing your wrist shots. What an absolute treat and an adventure. And I thank you all so very much. So I'll see you all tomorrow night, Friday night, after Who Needs a Drink. And I'm sure you'll all be there. And until then, thank you all so very much. I'll see you. Take care.